Is everything well, dear? They told me Lucullus is your patronus now. That means our family reputation will be restored.
That and more.
Lucius!
Salve, Claudiana. I wanted to arrive sooner, but we had work to do at the Senate. The villa is legally yours. The Trinity of Rights has been restored as yours and yours alone, Legate. She's still married to Sciawella, and there's nothing we can do about that. However, now that you're here, I suggest you turn that into an advantage.
I don't know how we can ever repay you, Lucius.
There's no need to repay anything. You of all people should know that, Claudiana. This was not a transaction. I'll keep that in mind.
Is that it? But what if they...
Don't worry, Claudiana. No one can harm your family as long as I am alive. Everything will be fine.
Good morning, dear. Have you slept well? That's horrible. How does your mind invent these things to torment you with?
It is always wise to be careful.
Speaking of which, your sister sent a message again. She wants to meet you at the marketplace as usual. Do not make her wait this time. She's risking a lot by doing this. This can't go on. You must find a way to get her back. Whatever you do, be careful.
That boy who always asks for you hasn't been around in a few days.
He became too aggressive when I turned him down.
What happened?
Deianira had a stern talk with him, and it seems he got the message.
That woman is worth her weight in gold.
Gardening is the pinnacle of civilization, isn't it? Tracking up the weeds and trimming.
Do you need me?
It's a constant struggle to keep nature in check, really.
Good morning, Domine. I've been waiting for you. You jest, I'm sure. If anything, I've grown a bigger belly. The wine doesn't help. I can't think of a reason why he would not be doing well. I've heard Nasamones is a land of forbidden pleasures. Alas, it's too far away. But speaking of our friends in high places, it might be worth going to the Senate this afternoon. Tullius Cicero is holding court there today. You might learn something. It is generating quite a bit of income, even though our recipes are old. The grapeseed we have imported from Gallia produces tasteful drink. There's always room for improvement, though. I've heard Sciawella is taking good care of her. This unspoken and unofficial truce between our families is unnerving. But I prefer it to all-out feud. That you do. And I can buy some groceries while we're at it.
Well, that's just a ludicrous idea.
But who says you can't make wine out of
Something...
These are beautiful.
Have you ever
Are
thought
they from
about the
Sicilia?
reason why nobody makes
take a
wine
half
out of
dozen.
olives?
Ah,
Obviously, they're stupid.
I'm sure we can come up with something. Salve.
Salve, Legate. It is so good to see you after all this time. Of course. I am accompanying my sister-in-law. Anything you can say to her, you can say to me. Of course. How silly of me. I'd almost forgotten about that. It seems poor Louiana is harassed by some less virtuous individuals when visiting the market. She is talking to people she should not talk to. You never know where this kind of thing will lead. There are scoundrels and thugs all across the city.
Senator, someone just took your coin purse. He's running there. Look.
What? I didn't feel... You're right. It's gone.
I see him. We'll get the bastard.
Wait! No one has even been near me. Except...
Does stupidity run in your family, or are you exceptional this way?
Thieving bitch. Luiana, stay here!
Who was that woman? Thank Juno she was here. Both Lorco and Skyavola are very busy these days. I don't exactly know what's going on. I think he always did, but never cared much. Something must have changed. I don't know. Disappeared a while ago. It makes me nervous. Skyavola might be the elder brother, but Lorco always creeps me out. He is smarter than he looks. Certainly smarter than my husband. I've seen a lot of merchants and galley captains passing in and out of the villa, but it can't just be a new trade deal that's generating such commotion in the household. I fear they're planning something personal. Something big. Me? Oh yes, surprisingly well still. Skyavola is treating me like a queen. No doubt they're trying to turn me against my family. Skyavola left a number of strange shipping manifests in the library. They are sending a lot of ships to Egypt. I have no idea why, but I may be able to retrieve the documents for you. I'll wait on your decision then. Wale, brother.
It's been a long time. I'm afraid I need to cut our reunion party a bit short. I've received a message from the proconsul. He says you'll need me very soon.
If I knew Dominus Lucullus, he would have sent a rider for you with all the instructions. A reasonable precaution. We may soon need their assistance. You should go ahead. I get the feeling time is of the essence.
It arrived just after noon. The rider insists on giving the message to you. It appears this man was instructed to meet you here as well.
Salwe, what's going on? Keeping an eye on you is a task that carries its own reward.
The message, please.
You must leave everything and come to Nazamones immediately. We're in grave danger. And I'm afraid in this case, we refers to both our family and Rome itself. It seems we have underestimated Vitellius Lurco. Although the little brother wields no political power of significance, he is the de facto leader of his family. An ambitious man who isn't reckless makes an enemy to be reckoned with. His friendly demeanor masks a molten core of vengeful desire. He still remembers how we dismantled their illegal operations in Asia. And I'm afraid he wants our lives in return. I have reason to believe Lurco is planning something big. My speculatores say he's preparing to remove me from my position in Nazamones by force and make it look like a local uprising. If he succeeds, Rome is likely to lose control of the entire territory, giving Lurco the perfect excuse to challenge the current consuls. We cannot allow him to go ahead with this plan. I need your help. Reconstitute Legio Victrix. I know they are still loyal to you. Then sail for Nazamones immediately. A battle-ready army will be the last thing Lurco would expect. Do not despair. Know that the sun is brightest following the darkest day. See this as an opportunity. If we can turn the tables on Lurco, we can at last expose him for the crook he is. I await your arrival anxiously. Your Patronus and your dear friend, Lucius Licinius Lucullus.
I could not find Caeso, but I've brought Bestia.
Do not worry. I'm here, Cinerus.
You're looking good, Bestia. You have recovered from our last fight?
The injuries were not a problem, but I still owe the arena master for all the damages we caused.
It was not settled.
They begged us to stop before we leveled the whole place.
We should leave as soon as possible. But I don't think I'll be able to leave Rome so easily.
Is this about a woman again?
In a way it is. Do you remember that seller who approached us at Marcellus Vipsanius's? Well, it turns out she was telling the truth. At least, partly. She has given birth to a baby girl. Thanks, I guess. Apparently she tried to escape from Vipsanius, who incidentally is her dominus. The problem is, they're blaming me for it. Of course I didn't. If I ever decide to help another man's soul escape, I will most certainly succeed. She claims to be the mother of my child. Perhaps she is, or perhaps she just knows Vipsanius and his people are naive enough to believe her. Marcellus Vipsanius has a reputation for mistreating his Seroe.
This may take a few days, but I'm sure we can prove these allegations have no merit.
Thank you, Nagate. I will now take care of our preparations. We leave as soon as possible.
Be careful, child.
Do not worry, Domina. I will make sure we return home safe and sound.
Salvete, travelers. Welcome to the villa of Lucullus of Africa Proconsularis. State your identity and intentions. My apologies for not recognizing you immediately. It's been a long day. The proconsul is currently preoccupied. Please wait in the courtyard while I relay the news of your arrival to him.
Legate, a word. I don't think he recognized you. This doesn't smell right. Something's up. Little things. His armor is a bit too small for his body. He never called you by name. And did you notice how he failed to pronounce the proconsul's full name?
It is said he who possesses a deceptive heart sees only deception in other people's hearts. And it is known that women are deceptive by nature.
Wow. And that is why you're old but still single, Cineros.
Well, to err on the side of caution is wise.
Finally, some truth in the old man's words. We should kill them all.
Oh, well, that is not exactly what I was going to propose. In fact, it's quite the opposite of
Killing
what
everyone is the most cautious option.
Are you sure you know the meaning of that word? So what if he's rude and his behavior is not proper? Obviously, he's not Roman.
Not really. If we will fight, I am ready.
If you wish. I don't think it's necessary, though.
I apologize for the delay. There have been some security-related problems recently. We had to take precautions. There was an attempt on his life recently. Nothing we can't handle, of course. Still, we're instructed to take all sorts of precautions. Relinquish your weapons here, please. No one's allowed to bear arms inside the villa.
Are you not glad that you heeded my advice?
Unfortunately, only 2 escorts are allowed beyond this point. Do not worry. I will take care of your friends while you're gone. Now!
What in the name of Jupiter is going on here?
Egyptians, Dominic. They came out of nowhere. All dead. They slaughtered the guards and locked most of the Surwey into the cellar. All I know is that they were in a great hurry. It seemed like they knew you were on your way.
I'm not surprised. This was an assassination attempt, and a very sloppy one at that.
Praise Fortuna. Take the key.
Lucullus! By the gods!
I'm sorry, Domine.
I'm not tired. I'm just angry. Very angry. Maybe it's the first time you've seen someone this angry. I think these are two separate questions. It is clear these killers were Egyptian. They took no care to obscure their identities. Their weapons are just lying around, and the murder weapon is clearly Egyptian. Honestly, the only thing that's missing here is a graffito saying Egyptians killed Lucullus. These people were in a great hurry. My guess is they quickly dispatched anyone who posed a threat, then got ready for our arrival. They had no reason to waste time killing the Surwey. Too much risk for no gain at all. I will be. Eventually.
Domine? It is rare that I feel the need to mourn someone. Dominus Lucullus was always kind to me. And that is equally rare. I will do what I can to help. It looks like he was stabbed multiple times. The murderer was probably behind him. There are no other bruises, which leads me to think he did not resist his attacker. Perhaps. Dominus was killed with a small stabbing dagger. Judging from the wounds, I can tell the particular shape the blade had. Such blades are rare in Rome, but quite common in Africa, especially Egypt. It doesn't make any sense, though. Why would the Egyptians do this? It would be an act of war. It is wise not to, Domine.
Negate. He was the most exceptional mentor and the best friend I've ever known. They killed him, and I couldn't do anything about it. You know, I am complicit in this crime. We lost valuable time trying to solve my problem with that sewer. As long as I am alive, he will never truly be avenged, I fear. Vitellius Lurco, of course. That Filius Canis. I will strangle him with my own hands. He deserves nothing less. This all happened because of me. I delayed our journey. I will redeem myself by avenging him. That's the least I can do now.
I hope I will be allowed to serve the next proconsul.
I am sorry. He meant so much to you. How do you feel? It is too much to go through once. Even for one as strong as you. We will make war again, I guess. That is what we do.
Ha! I disagree. A strong foe attacks head-on. A weak foe strikes from the shadows. Rejoice, Legate, for our enemy just announced how weak they are. We shall crush them with ease. Our course is clear. We know it's the Egyptians, right? Now, the first thing we need to do is start killing Egyptians. Eventually, we will get the murderer. Most likely before all Egyptians are dead. See? It's cautious and wise, just like Cineros said. Nonsense. I never misunderstand. I hope so.
Domine. They were dressed like Roman legionnarii. We had no reason to suspect them. Not at all. The Legion has people from all over the world. It really happened too fast. All of a sudden the legionaries started stabbing each other. We didn't know what to do. By the time I realised what was happening, it was already too late. Oh, but I'm not. The keys? Also we have the keys. I swear, I'm not working for them. I don't know why they kept me outside. Thank you, Domine.
Legate, a rider arrived. She wants to talk to Proconsul Lucius Licinius Lucullus. She says his life might be in danger.
Tell her she's a bit late.
Now that is an interesting development.
Be careful around these Berbers. You cannot trust the barbarians.
The merchant said he requires the proconsul's personal signature. Otherwise, he cannot make the delivery.
Ah, mes use cursable bureaucrats. I'll go talk to him.
Thank you for saving us, Domine.
You are not the proconsul from Rome. I was instructed to speak only to him. It is a matter of life and death. I have seen him before, and you do not look like him at all. Who are you? I see. That is unfortunate. I am called Lunia the Golden Wolf, of the land of Nazamones, sent by Her Majesty Cleopatra Philopatora Thea Philopatora, daughter of Ptolemy Euletes Nios Dionysios Philopato Philadelphos. The Queen intended to warn the proconsul against the possibility of an assassination, but it seems I was in need of a faster horse. He likes to play the flute.
A pharaoh has many titles, some traditional, some unique. Auletes means flute player.
Its significance is of little importance. Before it turned white, my hair was the color of wheat.
Oh, that's very unusual around here.
And therefore worthy of a byname. That's not for me to answer. Better if you ask her in person. Of course, that would indeed be the best course of action. Except there's a minor complication you need to resolve first.
There's always a catch.
Cleopatra doesn't exactly see eye to eye with her brother. The pharaoh, Ptolemy Theos Philopator, has exiled her from Egypt. She's been taken by caravan through the desert, to a distant palace where she will be imprisoned. She offers to reveal the identity of the murderer to you, if you will free her. Yes, the pharaoh is her husband and her brother. A queen does not lie.
Legio Wictrix? Here? I thought the legions of Rome had been driven from these lands. Dead. We suspected as much. The consul would never have abandoned us as long as he lived. I am Rubrius Gordio. I am a Centurio. My men and I served Lucullus in Legio Prima Italica. We were stationed in a small outpost in Egypt to protect the trade routes and to maintain the consul's relationship with the locals. One day, the supplies from Africa Proconsularis stopped coming. We held out for as long as we could before we set off back towards Utica. We got lost. We can fight, Legate. If war has come again, we will serve Rome as always. Find me in your legion's barracks upon your return to camp.
To tell you the truth, I'm not handling it as well as I thought I would.
What's going on with you?
I guess I had a host of horrible memories locked up from Greece coming flooding to the front of my mind again.
You've been through this shit before. You have the tools to get through it, even if you don't feel that way sometimes.
Deianira, why do you kill too quickly?
If your enemy lives, they kill you later. You have to kill first.
You are a great warrior. If you enjoy the killing, your audience will enjoy it too.
What audience?
There's always an audience. Come, let us talk. Good. We must avenge our leader. I was getting tired of inaction. It brings death to the loser, so let us not lose. Difficult and confusing most of the time. I make a lot of mistakes, but such is the nature of learning. Your teacher beats you up until he cannot. That he is, and I am grateful for that. But at times he can be ruthless, more strict than my worst Lanista. I do not like questioning myself. I am not. This is not Mauritania. I wish I could go to Mauritania one day. It is the place where I'll be able to find my sister. Then she would have been the most famous fighter in the Republic, for she was better than me in all things. She was sold for twice the amount of money they paid for me.
Hey, what do you need? It's same in some ways, but personal this time. I think that will be an advantage. Killing should not be impersonal. Should not be done for coin either. Vengeance is worth killing for. I do not see such big difference. Just 2 words for one thing. Maybe. I have much to do before that can happen. Big mistakes to atone for. Is not too different from home, it seems. People here, Berbers, they live in tribes and move around a lot. If they are like my people, do not make mistake of treating them as one. No one in tribe will speak for everyone. Always there is dissent. Not that I know. Egyptians are not like Rome or Greece. They're ancient kingdom, but they mostly keep to themselves.
How are you holding up? There's no doubt. I'm not worried about that. I just want to be the one who collects that debt. Around, here and there. Anywhere but Rome. Trust your feelings. They will serve you well. I wanted to, but I always delayed the voyage. And now it is too late. I guess no one can run away from time. I like Africa, though. The bright sun gives me a reason to keep my hood down, and the heat masks movement. Certainly, but I'm not sure it was meant for us. That would imply a grand strategy and some serious thought. This level of sloppiness, though? I think our arrival may have disrupted certain things. Just continue doing our thing. Kick some stones over and see what crawls out.
Domine, you will probably not like my honest opinion. I think our arrival wasn't anticipated by our adversaries, and therefore it can be said we arrived too early for them. I believe the events leading to the proconsul's death could not be prevented, but it seems to me it was our arrival that triggered the murder itself. Thank you for your offer, but I must respectfully decline. I am not just anyone. I have served your family since before you were born. The fact that your military rank has changed doesn't mean you're not my dominus still. I am proud of the man you have become, and it is with pride that I shall continue to serve you. The dry air agrees with my old bones, and I always wanted to visit Africa, especially Egypt. I just wish the circumstances were less dreadful. That we do. An army low on morale loses the war before battle is even joined. We need to keep our spirits up. In other words, we need wine.
Thank you for sending me those schematics your people found. I've made a list of materials needed, whenever you have a moment to go over it.
How can I help you? Aren't we always? Nobody needs soldiers when everything's fine. It's just that I prefer knowing exactly who we're fighting against right now. Certainly. We will be ready when the time is right. Honestly, I have no idea, my friend. There have been so many women over the years. I don't remember her. How can I not remember the mother of my child? Either way, there's nothing I can do. She's Ripsanius' sower, not mine. I know it's warmer than Volcanus' arsehole. We should make sure the Legion is well supplied. The people seem primitive and alien. Combined with the relatively flat terrain, I don't think we'll have a lot of problems.
Salvete, Legionari. What did you break today? Oh, it's going great, Legate. Your Legionari continue to mistreat their weapons. Nothing delights me more than fixing pommels and belt buckles on a daily basis. I do have a family. I'm just not too fond of them.
Whatever you do, don't say that kind of thing with an earshot of her.
You scared of her or something?
I made a stupid joke to her yesterday, and she looked at me like I was nothing. Like I was worth less than a sack of shit. I felt my balls shrivel up and crawl back inside my body.
Women in the Legion? By Mars, what is the world coming to?
You're new around here, huh? You weren't in Greece.
I wasn't.
You'd better respect Callida. She was
Oh, wait, Legate.
I've seen her put an arrow through a man's eye at 50 paces.
Are you all right? I'm impressed you're still in the saddle. I doubt I would have made it out of that canyon without getting thrown. I think this is a newly arrived horse from Italia. It's clearly not as well trained as we were told. Of course, your well-being is my primary concern in all this. Not purely. Come on, let's walk this creature back to the others. Looks like you took quite a beating when the horse bolted. I don't think you broke anything, but you definitely need rest. Come on, lean on me. Now the excitement is wearing off, you feel the pain. It's just like when you've been in combat. Sometimes I wonder if you have a little bit of divine blood in you. It seems no matter what the Parkai throw at us, you come out on top. I feel the same way. A part of me wants to keep you safe back at the camp and send others to do these tasks for us, but I know there are things only we can do. And you wouldn't be the person I love if you weren't out here leading from the front. I do love and admire you. You are a true heir of Lucullus in more ways than the old man could ever have imagined. You have earned my love, as he did. There's more to it, you're right. Ah, they finally caught up. Trouble sleeping? I have something that might help. Wait a moment. It's a soothing balm. The soldier's best friend. Works wonders against the bite of a sandal strap or if your back is tired from carrying your gear all day. May I? This treatment is an old soldier's trick. It treats discomfort, but nothing more. Let me apply it. feel better. Nagate. More than you might know, but I'm just a plebeian, a soldier, and you're my superior officer. I think I know a thing that might help you sleep more soundly. May I join you in your tent tonight?